2nd, 2020. Rich Grant coming at you from West Laco or something, Texas, which is like midway from where it was to South Padre. It's about 66 miles away from South Padre Island in Texas, and basically this all of Highway 2 is basically shopping outlets for 80 miles worth of a stretch between Edinburgh and South Padre Island. I'm about halfway in the middle now. Well, not halfway, but a quarter of the way into it or something, and I got 66 miles left to get to the island by my birthday, which is 22 days from now. And then I'm thinking about going back along Trump's border wall to check that out and going west out to the west coast. The reason being, I was going to stay in Texas for longer, and I still might, I haven't decided, but one of the other of these two inns, right there, is a fresh cut on it. This is a piece of rubber that's supposed to be on my driver's side door, but last night, in the middle of the night, someone apparently tried to get in while I was sleeping and cut the top part, and the rubber fell down. It must have scared them, or I must have moved in the van and scared them, I don't know, but they were trying to get to that part right there where you can get to the button on the inside of the door to open it up. That, and I literally heard gunshots the other day. Like, say, if I was in this parking lot, it'd be on the other side of the parking lot with police and people were shooting at each other. And granted, that can happen anywhere in the U.S. It doesn't have to be just Texas, but something's got me giving me the feeling that maybe I shouldn't be here, at least shouldn't be down here in this area longer than my birthday. So, I don't know. The van is running decently well enough. I could probably do 50 to 100 miles a day, give or take, going westbound. So I think I'm going to do that because I have about 9 weeks worth left of unemployment. And they pay every other week with a small check, but it's enough to live on, especially if you're living in a van. Between that and food stamps and stuff like that, I think I'm just going to take the rest of the year and travel and live on it while that resource is there and available. And I'm thinking about possibly stopping by the Grand Canyon National Park, depending, and seeing if I want to start there, working for the national park there, or by next summer I would like to be working up in that Denali National Park, which is in Alaska, which would be nice. And I want to make a really slow trip to Southern California from here. So basically all of the southwest of the United States and then the west coast up into Alaska by next summer would be nice. But I might stop off and work a month or two or something by the Grand Canyon in Arizona, Colorado area. Possibly. I haven't decided yet till I get to the bottom part of Arizona to decide if I'm going to go that route or not. But for the moment, I'm still keeping my eyes out for things to do. But with the election going on and with COVID and everything, I'm just mostly trying to limit how close I get to anybody else. Just for my own safety if the thing is real. I'm here in this parking lot right here, so I can use Home Depot's Wi-Fi, because it's pretty strong. I just barely get it from this side. Just live in the city van life. I found the only shade that's in the parking lot. Well, now there's more shade from those trees, but earlier there wasn't, because these palm trees don't really give much of any kind of shade. I don't know, these people didn't design the buildings right, and didn't decide any kind of shade for as much shopping as they do here. They really did not intend to give anybody any shade. It's different than like Arizona and California and stuff like that, where you can tell they've put in a lot of deep, thick trees and fake sidewalls and everything to give people shade on their cars and to break it up so it's not just an open parking lot like that. But here in Texas, they just seem to not care how hot it gets all summer long, all winter long, whatever. Not that bad. I'm not complaining. It's today earlier was like 80 degrees. Now it's already 73 or something. It's perfect weather if you're outside of your vehicle, but if you want to lay around inside your vehicle like I've been doing, it's not the greatest, because your car, unless you have all the doors open, it tends to get 10 or 20 degrees hotter inside of an enclosed car. So I have the windows open, that one door open. This actually is the first time I've been sitting here with the door open since Miles City, because the weather's been kind of crappy, or you just don't feel comfortable enough to do it. I finally found a place where I do feel comfortable enough to sit here with the doors open without thinking I'll have too much of an issue with anybody giving a crap. I shouldn't have to hide my way of life anyway, but some people feel entitled to call the cops on you if you're not living their kind of life. Anyway, there's a look at the van. It's not the cleanest thing in the world right now. Basically, this is all you need to do for van life. Some way to hang your clothes up, a bed, some pillows, There's a bucket way back there that you can't see that I have for emergencies if I had to ever crap in a bucket, but I've never had to yet. But I have it on me, on board, I mean, and just in case. Cooler, piss jug, popping water. I have a cup holder thingy that I keep all my collection in front with, and then my windshield holders, and then I string a blanket over here, and then a coat on one side and a coat on the other side to make it a wall across here at night when I sleep. But that's the gist of how I live. It's pretty nice. No rental expenses kind of life. You know, I'm not paying utilities, I'm not paying expenses. My phone is paid up for till June. My car insurance is paid up for another 2.5, 3 months. And so basically all I got to do is pay food and gas. I am, however, going to get another, put service on my other phone, I think, for more data, because it's costing me a lot in fuel and gas and time cruising around trying to find places like this that offer you strong enough Wi-Fi clear across the parking lot so you're not in their way. So I'm getting tired of looking for that, and then the combination of that and finding a place in the shade to park. I should have probably stayed a little bit further north to where it was a maximum of 65 or 70 degrees during the day. And then I could sit inside my van and be fine, but I was tired of the cloudy days with no sun or nothing. I like these bright blue skies with the sun out. It's perfect. It's way better than Montana weather. At least this time of year. Like and subscribe, leave comments. We'll catch you on the flip. Peace.